Welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails for Daybreak, where we are currently in the intermission chapter, and right now are still just walking around seeing what all the people in Edith are up to. Helen. Word on the street is Lugan's a bit of a playboy. Just rumors, of course, but something had to spread them. That whole thing with him going after that actress kinda soured my opinion of him. He really beat up his professional image on the track, but now he's gone and thrown it all away. You ask me, he should have stayed in his lane. People looked up to the guy for crying out loud.
Not this way.
That's fair.
I heard Almata was behind this terrorist attack on Basel and Anchorville. Scum bastards, we gotta tighten up our security to make sure they won't weasel their way into Edith. I did hear though that it was a private company that got Basel back under control, not the police. I can't complain, as long as we're keeping the public safe, but I wish the force could have put on a better show there.
That policeman looks so cool.
Honestly though, with the uptick in fraud and scams lately, I feel that like citizens aren't taking street smart seriously anymore. This is gonna sound a bit morbid, but those regular attacks back in the day made everybody more alert and aware of their surroundings, I feel. I think with things booming the way they are, everybody's letting their guard down. Not to say things shouldn't be peaceful, it's just opening the door back up for lowlifes and gangsters to take advantage of people. Our ties with the CID? Well, I wouldn't know much about that honestly. All the groundwork for that was already laid when I joined. Though I know some of my fellow officers have some strong opinions about it. But Colorado has quite a few connections in the CID branch we work with. That made things much easier. You guys again, huh? Sticking your noses into trouble as usual, I take it? But well, I guess that's not always a bad thing. I do owe you for Basel. We were just discussing our cleanup efforts and what we subsequently learned about the group's movement. Wow, am I dreaming? I got props from a bracer and for letting me in on some insider info? Oh, don't get ahead of yourself. I just can't stop you from listening in on us when you're right here. Something tells me that cold shoulder's just for show. Even the guild has to admit you played a large part in Basel. We lost track of their airship unfortunately, but we did manage to ferret out their other moves in the meantime. We've already been cracking down on their business ties and collaborators, which has helped us make numerous high-profile arrests. Sounds like the CID is really seeking the hounds. Hard to blame them. That's good to know, but I'm still bothered that we have no intel on them in terms of motives or end goals. Yeah, and what also is weird, Macedon's calmed down a lot. You'd think they'd be ramping up their activities there, right? The guild's trying to get to the bottom of that now. We want to figure out the impetus for that swing. Chief Viren has ordered us on high alert, in fact. Though that's just bureaucracy, really. At any rate, I do hope the guild takes our intel into account. Oh, we will. Hell, if we get info before they attack, maybe we can stop them from killing a ton of people. Wouldn't that be nice? It sounds like there's some tension between those two. I hope I can put that aside. Well, that was juicy. I'll have to keep an eye on how that plays out. Incidentally, our mutual friend has been in contact fairly regularly. I just hope they keep things under control on their end. Don't quite catch her drift there, but I guess something's keeping the CID busy. We've been doing our own investigation at the guild, plus prepping our own countermeasures against you-know-who. Feels like Elaine's been digging a bit deeper than the rest of us though. Apparently she's even doing her own research after hours. Talk about dedication. She needs to make sure she doesn't burn herself out. No, it's just... No, this is a mockery. This isn't the tower at all. I have to put my all into this. I must put the tower's mystique to canvas, or that Imperial Fob will have me beat at a concourse. I can feel burnout creeping into my body, but I banish it. I can't give out until I crack the tower's code. With technology comes trickery, I suppose. Those who lack the savvy can find themselves trapped. I need to be much more cautious on the orbital net going forward.
Oh, I'm so in love with this.
Welcome to Erland, sir.
Carol's taking a break today. Evidently there's something going on at the share house in Old Town. One look at her outfit lately tells me something's weighing heavy on her mind. I just don't know what. I pray to Arusha that whatever she's struggling with, she gets through it and finds her way.
We have full confidence in our products. We await your next visit.
Wow, a private school student playing here? You don't see it every day. It's nice to sit back and watch the other people play every now and then. Looking forward to this one. Wow, she's good. Real good. I hope I can play like that someday. Sasha got a ride to Aramis. She's playing ball up there now. But a few years back she was here dominating these streets. I don't know who's all with you, but this will be fun regardless. Been a while, hasn't it? I've been needing a little challenge in my life too. Once this is over, let's scrap a bit for old time's sake. I guess I see what Simon's getting at. She does have potential. But is it really worth tying up the cord just for a one-on-one with some preppy Aramis kid? I mean, where's the fun in watching a schoolboy go up against our queen of the streets? They're one of the strongest teams around. People don't want to see us beating up small fry. They want to see a challenge.
Here are the latest forecasts for regions throughout the Republic. Last week's rough weather has cleared away completely, bringing atmospheric stability to the Edith.
Hell do you want? Why did you drag me out here? Oh, nothing big. I just figured a match or two might change the look on things. Huh? What are you talking about? I can tell you got a lot on your plate right now. A lot of things stressing you out. I've known you since before Ronald dragged you into this mess after all. Even Ren is giving you props for trying to get yourself back on track now that he's dropped out. But aren't you tired of all that work by yourself? It's okay to ask for help, you know? We can help you get back on the straight and narrow. Get off your freaking high horse. And you've got the nerve picking a fight you know you lose? Oh, don't count me out just like that. I'm the captain of a basketball club for a reason. In fact, I'd venture to say I'm a better athlete than you in general. Pick a sport, I'll wipe the floor with you. Come at me, and when I win, you get the hell out of my face. I'm so sick of looking at your face. Don't you dare bitch about playing rough, got it? I'm gonna whoop your ass and you're gonna like it. Up until April, James was hanging around with this punk named Ronald. Ronald dropped out, but James still covers for him. Well, I guess I can help him vent some of his frustrations at least. Might have to play a little rough with him though.
Gonna eat something?
Hey there, you're just in time to try some of my new buckwheat soba. I got the real authentic stuff this time. Quail buckwheat just blows me away every time. I don't know how I do it. With Eastern imports getting harder to come, Quail's really the only place to get authentic buckwheat.
Hey, welcome. Thanks, pal. Well...
Oh, thanks for helping rescue Basilia. For all the trust Rams had put in me, I let him and the young miss down. I brought shame on my post. I can't believe it all stemmed from their family dispute. How did things get so out of hand? I have to pay more attention to them going forward. If I weren't so impersonal, I might have been able to help her. I think those two over there are on a blind date. See them over there? She looks like she hasn't gone on that many dates before. Kinda awkwardish. But there's something cute about that. Him on the other hand, that young man got it all figured out. Just look at how he carries himself. A real cock of a walk type. Even if they don't have a chemistry, it'd still be a good learning experience for her. It's nice to get out there. We're eyeing the global marketplace for our next step, once we secure our footing here in Calvert. With that in mind, please do prioritize those bills and amendments when you secure the majority in the next election. We support you on our end however we can. Yes, fair enough. Your industry presents interesting opportunities for our party. It's time we embraced this new economic age. That said, you need to keep the bigger picture in mind. If you chase the short term, you may lose sight of the long term. We can address your immediate legislative concerns, of course, but we should do so in a forward-thinking way, no? I understand that, but surely we can't overlook the short term. The market is awfully turbulent. We need to strike when the iron's hot. Incidentally, I do have these sweets from Quincy Bell if you'd like some. And for your help, we'd be happy to welcome you to the Al Numera Hotel for some well-deserved rest and relaxation. Oh, give it a rest, Jennifer. Retract the little offer at once and I pretend I never heard it. You're a talented businesswoman, you should know better than to butter me up with cheap favors. You're right, I'm sorry. Got a bit too anxious there. I need to cool my head, forgive me. I can't believe myself, did I really just try to do that? And how low will I sink if I don't put a stop to it? But I made this bet, now I have to lie in it. Our actions as a bank have all boiled down to winning the Republican Party's favor. If we had to convince them to amend those trade laws, the market would be all but ours after the next election. I guess I let that blind me. No, don't let anyone tell you Jennifer is a bad businesswoman. But she does tend to hyperfixate on individual issues of a bigger picture. Until she can step back and look at broader problems, she'll find it difficult to work with people.
Well...
Oh wow, you're a teacher at Aramas? That's incredible. Oh, it's really no big deal. My career's only just getting started. Even though I'm in my 30s. Your students are in good hands, I bet, with a teacher like you. I must say, you've piqued my curiosity, my fair lady. What do you do when a particularly naughty student misbehaves? How do you rein them in? Oh well, I teach PE, so it's mostly just physical stuff. I call them out, have them do 30 laps around the grounds. But I've always got my trusty wooden sword on hand, too. So as long as I don't go totally corporeal on their... What? Oh no. Now I've gone and done it. I should have kept my stupid mouth shut. What's Miss Sonia doing here? Single and mingling, if I had to guess. Looks like it ain't going so hot, though. Wooden sword? Did I hear that right? I'm dead, I'm slain. 3 months biding my time for a hot date and I blew it, you smite me. Oh, thank you again for the other day, I mean. I'm sure Eddie would have kept me safe, but still. It was all worth it to find out that my father really does care about me. Looking at it like that, I think it ended up being a valuable experience for us all.
That's true.
Forgive me, young miss, I have failed you. I was entrusted with your safety and could not protect you. My only solace was that the president found an opportunity to show the young missus love. And that she always is in his heart, come what may. I cannot express how deeply it moves me to be able to help them.
Do you need something? Please come again.
I think that was, yeah, everything for Seiden. So, Station Street next.
Then let's head over.
No rest for the weary.
I got all mixed up in that incident in Basel during my last trip. The innkeepers were really nice to me, thankfully. Despite everything, I learned a lot from the experience. Oh, I love traveling so much. Maybe we should go on a bus trip next. If I can get the time off for this. I don't think I'm gonna get another business trip like that one anytime soon. Gotta plan out for my next vacation. If I can get the time off for this.
Okay.
We haven't been able to track down Armata regardless of how hard we work. Man, I feel close to my limit. You're having a hard time too, yeah? That's why you're on patrol duty? I guess Armata has been quiet. But we can't relax just yet. We never know when they strike again after all. It's hard to request a day off when things are like this. We'd better hurry up and arrest those guys. At least then I'll be able to get back in my girlfriend's good books. Flimsy motivation aside, I guess we're both aiming for the same thing. Let's catch those guys. But at least things look like they're going back to normal. The terrorism investigations are winding down in Anchorville too. Can't beat peace. We haven't seen much of a terrorist ever since the attacks in Basel and Anchorville last month. Anything come up on your side of things? Nothing we can share, sorry? The police are also having a rough go of it, huh? Margaret and my husband have been very anxious this whole time, insisting I go home. But now that we finally purchased an apartment in the capital, I want to settle in and adjust to the culture here.
Indeed.
In reality, she's just acting like she's here to sightsee and not like she has duties to fulfill. It would be for the best if Mrs. Olivia could return to Russian for the time being. But neither her nor the master seem to care much right now.
Okay.
I don't want to go shopping, I'm gonna play and draw instead. She is throwing another tantrum. I can't right now. Admit defeat, do whatever you want, Mina. Make sure you show mommy what you do, okay? Okay. My world always has to revolve around you. Wait, really? Yeah, I show mommy my drawings. I'm gonna draw a bear. And then a tiger, and then a squirrel. Is she actually behaving, or have I just gone crazy?
Indeed.
I should try talking to her more now that she's behaving. Maybe I should forget about groceries for today. Our pantry isn't totally empty. Oh yeah, you love animals, don't you, sweetie? Is this in the forest? Yep, it is. And guess what? I've got a house there. That must be her imaginary house. Maybe I should ask her some more about it.
That's a relief.
Good grief.
Good. I heard the department store just opened up a rooftop terrace as a sort of lounge area. I bet it's a nice place to relax, especially with an incredible view of the city up there. And they could even go as far as making it a small rooftop park. But the timing of it is kind of suspicious. They weren't copying our store, were they? Well, I guess imitations of sincerest form of flattery. Now that I think about it, I have to put in a request for some time off. My family lives all the way in Anchorville, and my grandmother's health hasn't been so good lately. I'd like to pay them a visit next time I get a chance.
What'll you have today? Thanks for coming.
Well,
The department store's administrator Wesley came by today. He hit it off real well with Ilhan ever since they met, so he's been dropping by from time to time. I think the two of them could become good friends, so I decided to keep my nose out of it. But Ilhan's good-natured, and it leads to him getting taken advantage of. Should probably poke around just a little.
I can handle any maintenance. Thanks for being such a good customer.
Our store also comes with a new terrace lounge situated on our roof. It's just a perfect open space for our customers to take a break from shopping. Dare I say, just like you can do at IOTA. Is that right? That's great to hear. But that's a lot of big words you're throwing around there. I kinda just read it when I was designing IOTA. I'm happy it worked out for you though. Excuse me, you winked it? Yeah, though it's not like Carlo let me do just anything. We still had to adhere to all those infrastructure laws, so he tweaked some stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys' new terrace lounge. I'll be sure to come by and take a look. Yeah, we'd be pleased to have you. Feel free to visit whenever you like. He's incredibly gifted and perceptive when it comes to his business sense, but he's still young and naive. Now that I know him a little better, I feel somewhat bad about his rivalry. Maybe I'd pinned him wrong all along. I've come to find out his opinion matters a lot to me. Hearing him praise us was elating. Administrator Wesley is really taking a shine to Iota lately. I'm glad he's been moving things along. He's building a small terrace area on the rooftop.
Do you have any preferences? Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, Professor Hamilton students. Cut, right? I wasn't aware you were in the capital. Oh, you must be Kay. You're Associate Professor Tynes student. I heard you're carrying out some field research regarding urban engineering? Yes, that's why I've come to the capital so often. Though right now I'm mostly here just to visit my parents. They were worried half to death after everything that happened in Basel. I mean, I get why your folks would be worried. Shit got real messy back there. The Institute's still dealing with the aftermath of losing one of its professors, so a lot of classes are being cancelled. It's a little better now with Professor Hamilton taking charge, but it's not perfect either. So I'll be staying with my parents until things settle down back at the Institute. I see. Gwen must be working real hard. You mentioned your parents, didn't you? What was that, Katrin? Nothing, don't mind me. Well, I wish you the best of luck in your research as a fellow student. I never expect to get the chance to see her again, although I wish it could have been under less worrying circumstances. Last I'd seen her was during my first year trip at the Institute. She was just as lovely this time as she was back then. I know she's going to continue her research into the desertification of the East, so I imagine she'll be returning to her travels soon. Hello, Bracers. Thanks for the help, Ismail. Ain't easy to deal with everything now that we have 3 people down. No need to thank me. He helped me out yesterday, so consider me repaying the favor. I heard things finally settled down in Vegas films, enough for a new CEO to step up anyway. What do you think about all of this, Lahat? I think I know what you're getting at, but if they're doing their job, then that's all we can really ask for. Zin did say they're getting a little nosy for their own good. The hell they're talking about?
One bullet can change your fate. Catch a revival showing of the smash hit.
What to do?
Come on, I'm begging you.
Ivan and Regina. I think Ivan is new. I can't remember him. Ivan, when did you get to the main branch? Just now, actually. Thought I'd surprise you guys. I wanted to come by earlier to update you guys, but work and life have kept me busy lately. Everything going well with your girlfriend, then? Yep, it's a little embarrassing to talk about, to be honest. We still have our issues and everything, of course. Kramer works with the police department, right? She probably has her hands just as full, really. I'm glad things are going well despite that. Hopefully we get a chance to hang out soon. Yeah, I know she'd love to as well. Make sure to stop by if you come by a Russian anytime soon. I came by to update the main branch on our research progress over in Russian. We've been looking into the Mafia. I haven't been by the capital in a while. I have so many people I want to at least say hi to. Hazel, of course, and Zin and Elena also a must. I'd love a chance to talk to Alvis too, but looks like he's busy as ever. Ivan works in the Russian branch. He started a year before Alvis and I did. He's a real promising up-and-coming bracer. He was promoted to B rank before Alvis was, after all. Poor Alvis isn't that far behind. After everything that happened last month, he might also be on track for a promotion to B rank. We did receive a report, but there are a few things that still concern me. Luca and I are planning to continue with our analysis in an attempt to get some answers. Oh yeah? Good to hear my good-for-nothing granddaughter is turning into good for something. To be honest, she's kind of terrifying. In spite of her young age, she's become the Russian branch's backbone. She may have only been with us for a year, but I don't know anyone that would argue with me on that statement. Oh, no need for flattery. I'm sure you're just exaggerating. It still does me good to hear that she's well. Tell her to stop by again sometime, won't you? I'm relieved to hear my granddaughter has been doing well at the Russian branch. A young man has been coming to help me with my office work as well. It might help with efficiency if we took in some more staff for the back office. Ah, Lashka. Hey, long time no see. Guess what? They're letting me help out with some of the guild's paperwork. They said they're impressed with my enthusiasm and let me have a chance of experience working with them firsthand. I plan to stay here for about a week while Kaina's at the department store.
It's so convenient nowadays.
Did you see the lottery odds for this week's EGC? EGC? That's the Edith Girls Collection, yeah? They hold that event in Tyrell Tower at the end of the year. We're totally gonna try to get in. There will be so many cool actresses and models in it. We gotta go. This is gonna be insane, though.
One bullet can change
The odds are like totes impossible to win. There's gotta be something we can do, yeah? Oh, I'd totally go viral if I posted pictures of the EGC. People will go crazy for shots of all those superstars. Okie dokie, I sniff around online, see if I can figure out how we can get some tickets. For real? Yes. Let me know if I can help with anything.
Okay.
You're an actual genius, girl. It blows my mind, I swear. I have done nothing yet. Is there anything between those ears of yours? I legit worry it's just air sometimes.
Right.
I just picked up a new book. It's called Memory Training for Dummies. I think all my problems might have something to do with my memory. I mean, I'm really clumsy and get lost all the time. I don't think it's a stretch, yeah? I daydream too much, huh? What's that got to do with anything? I'm talking about my memory here. I might get a hang of it if I practice every day. But I gotta be careful. I'm gonna miss my bus.
The next generation will
look at the
inherit
time.
the title of world's fastest in perfect driver too.
I know the guild can help.
You'll never believe what happened.
I don't know.
I received another letter from my younger sister. She lives in Langport. All the whining almost masks how hard she's working at bettering herself as a bracer.
Our stores have a wide
I think I know who you're talking about. Her name is Xiaoling, right? Yep, that's her. Always getting herself in hot water, but she's real sweet. Sounds like she's been having beef with someone from Heiyue. Oh, I hope she doesn't get into a really dangerous situation. If only she'd behave. All I can do is hope. I'm honestly not on the best terms with my family, so I don't plan on going back anytime soon.
Come and see for yourselves.
Lilian really cares about Xiaoling, despite everything. Never thought I'd see this side of Lilian, considering his usual cynicism. Might be a bit much.
Well,
My parents are insisting I go back home ASAP. But I'm not budging. If I go back, that'll just mean a leash. They'll take advantage of me and make me take over the dojo. That stuff's not for me. I'd rather leave it to my younger sister. She's still a little clumsy, but she's a whole lot more reliable than I am.
Our stores have a wide variety of fine goods for sale.
Our rooftop terrace is finally open.
Hope you
It's
enjoy
part of
shopping with
Administrator Wesley's plan to compete with Iota. It's a perfect place for our customers to take a much-needed shopping break, and we might even start holding events there soon. It's a little plain for now, but Administrator Wesley is making sure we'll be able to take full advantage of its space in the future. He's actually at Ilhan's right now, bragging about it. He finds it to be quite the accomplishment.
I'm proud of all my wares.
Gift for Dingo.
It's been a pleasure.
Good. Who's here? Hey, Kainam.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
Kaina,
visiting
yeah?
the
From
Western
Quay Village?
Department
But you know something here and there about gunsmithing. Well, my boss said my metalworking is pretty good. I'm no expert, of course, but I take just as much pride in my work as my ancestors did. I heard about that. You took up gunsmithing by reading your family's old notes, yeah? I feel you. I come from a long line of gunsmiths myself. Technology might change, but the real metal needed to be a gunsmith hasn't. The road ain't easy, but I'm sure you know that already. I do. Thank you so much for taking me in. I won't disappoint you. Alright, don't freak out over it. But you got the spirit and I appreciate that. But relax a little, we're the same age. We are? That's kind of Quay Village. Looks like she's training here. Thunders is a pretty well-known place. Although I wasn't aware the owner was so young. Sylvie's been getting gunsmithing hammered in by her grandfather since she was young. Yeah, she's only 20, but she's a real deal. Anyone doing an apprenticeship under her is in good hands. I never thought Sylvie would take me in as an apprentice. And we're the same age? Man, that feels like a joke. How she's so skilled already, I can't even hope to compare. Get it together, Kaina. This is a wonderful opportunity, training under one of the Republic's best gunsmiths. Oh, I think I'm getting excited all over again. This week I'll be a sponge that absorbs every single drop of knowledge. Hey Van, you know this kid too, yeah? The guys over at Stanley's introduced us, so I decided to take her up for some training. She's got potential. Been a while since I had an apprentice, so it's just a crash course for now.
You got a permit, yeah?
Thank you for visiting the Weston Department Store. Our stores have a wide variety of fine goods for sale. We hope you enjoy shopping with us. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The renovated rooftop floor is now open. We invite everyone to come and see for yourselves.
I'll get more good stuff in stock soon.
A massive shipment of winter and designer clothes recently arrived at our store. They expect it to be in fashion this coming year. The change in season is a perfect time to update your wardrobe, not to mention the upcoming EGC. People are opting to update their wardrobes right now, before both the EGC and the Revolution Festival. It's quite the opportune time to do so. Most profits in the Republic's clothing industry are generated around November.
Our stores have a wide variety of
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Interesting.
We hope you enjoy shopping with us. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The renovated rooftop floor is now open. We invite everyone to come and see for yourselves.
We await your next visit.
Thank you for visiting the Weston Department Store.
Wow, what a sight. You can see the whole front of a station. Kinda makes you wanna shout hi to all the people down below, right, Apollo? Woof. Apollo doesn't agree. You'd think my husband's good nature and kindness would make him gullible, but you'd be surprised. I learned while on our honeymoon just how dependable and reliable he can really be. It's not just about how deep his pockets are at the end of the day. Marguerite, you got kinda sappy all of a sudden. What happened to talking about how to back a witch husband? Oh, sorry, I got carried away there. Right, I was talking about how I met my husband. It was during the Revolution Festival. Marguerite's very different than what I thought she'd be. Her stories are still interesting, don't me get me wrong, it's just different. I already heard everything she could share about a happy and healthy marriage, and there's nothing healthier in a marriage than a healthy wallet. Next step is to ask her how to pounce, the final frontier of netting myself a rich husband of my own. I didn't want to sound like I was bragging about my husband, but I couldn't help just blabbing on about him. Though if you ask me about my relationship with him, of course, I talk about his virtues. It's the most important part of all. I just wish Beth understood that.
Alrighty.
Starting today, Western Department Store's rooftop terrace is officially open. My name is Milty. I'm a new recruit in charge of managing the rooftop. I ran a cafe in my old job. It was at a large shopping center but also doubled as an event venue, so I hope the experience will help here. There's a lot of room on the roof for holding events, not to mention the killer view. I hope we'll be able to pull something like that off soon. It's my responsibility as manager to ensure our rooftop lounge is just a perfect hangout spot. I expect the place will become popular with children once we install some children's play sets and start holding events here.
What'll you have today?
Cookies and cream ice cream.
Thanks for coming.
Hey, kids, good to see you.
Lyle? You should get yourself a nice part-time gig. I got one not too long ago, actually. I solely needed some cash after all those failed dates and stuff. Cooking jobs turned out to be a piece of cake, pun totally intended. I cook at home all the time, so I'm used to it. Huh. Kid's got some wholesome in him, not just chicks up on his brain. I remember Lyle saying he was having quite a tough time at home, since just him and his mom.
So...
My mom's self isn't the best, so I take care of all the cooking and house chores. Is my husband appeal not good enough? What's the high schooler supposed to do with this lame law of life? I think everyone's a guy that can take care of himself, but maybe don't put that in as a first date resume. Nah, it's nice if you get to know him.
Look around all you like.
Frankfurter.
Peace out.
Hi. Good. Then last is Tyrell.
What are we waiting for?
I had a feeling people were in a weird frenzy this morning, but I didn't think the reason was because of some celebrity scandal. Part of me wants to write all that off as just dumb noise, but between you and me, we do have some investigators in our ranks who are playboys. If someone in the force ended up on a tabloid, I'd probably take it a little more personally. We are talking about colleagues here after all. Still, I don't know if bus raiders doing themselves any favor by attracting so much ire. They're playing with fire, if you ask me. If they end up getting raided because of something dumb they did, I hope I don't get roped into it. But, knowing my luck... Karen tries to act like she isn't bothered, but she is. It's written all over her face. Not that I mind if she is. I just wish she'd put it off to the side where we're supposed to be out patrolling. Anyway, you can be sure we'll be keeping a sharp eye out so no trouble slips past us on our watch. Can't have you guys hogging all the glory. Judith, Lanster, and Maxime, what's his name, are an item now? For real? Talk about eerie. What the heck happened? Was she crying about losing the Best Actress award when she pounced or something? I don't know about that. I get your shock, but I wouldn't jump to conclusions if I were you. It was Buzz Raider who broke this story. They're a pretty nasty bunch. Every talent agency out there has blacklisted them for a reason. Not to mention this is pretty sensitive stuff we're talking about here. The line between a celebrity's private and public lives is hazy. Ah, you sound like you know what you're talking about for once, Peter. What gives? Did you eat something weird today? Oh, did you not know? Then again, Peter's not one to really bring this kind of thing up. Anyway, I know he doesn't look it, but his dad's the president of a talent agency is practically entertainment nobility. Would you knock it off about my looks? Sorry, I'm not as hot as I'm supposed to be, I guess. I didn't mention it before because I'm not on the best of terms with my dad. I only brought it up with other stuff because I thought you two should know. No wait, Peter? Does that mean you get to hang out with celebrities as much as you want? I don't want to talk about it. Think whatever you like. Peter's so bad at being direct when it always gets him into trouble. When it's not making him late, it's causing problems with his dad. We could have put this behind us a lot sooner if he had just come out and told us what he needed to. Instead, he's getting all sheepish and makes everything worse.
One bullet can change your fate.
Did Son really not know about it? I could have sworn I at least told her once before. Huh. I had no idea Peter was the son of an entertainment company president. That's so hilarious. I don't get that vibe from it at all. But I guess it kind of makes sense the more I think about it. It would explain why he knows such specific stuff. I've got to give him credit though. He doesn't really brag about it or anything at all. He's a pretty good guy. Maxime did what to the Edith Lanster? I knew people said he was an womanizer, but I thought he was still a good guy deep down. Guess not. What a bummer. Maybe it's just a bunch of haters trying to spread lies about him. Huh. No, probably not. I feel so let down.
Please step on up.
What? Did Judith Lanster and Maxime Lugan really? Really? No. What am I doing? I can't be bothered with customers like this. We're here to relax. Maybe I'll buy a copy of Bus Raider on my way home, though.
Alrighty.
It can't be easy being famous. I couldn't say whether or not that article has any merit. However, what I can say is that when Judith visited our cafe some time ago, she was pleasant to serve. A perfectly normal woman. Fame certainly has a way of making a victim of one's own success. It's unfortunate when it means someone can't carry on a normal life, truly.
Indeed.
Welcome. Thank you for coming. We await your next visit.
I can't believe how worked up everybody in the city is getting over such salacious news. Something like that would have been inconceivable back in the Central East. I'm glad my son is at Sunday school at least, so he's not exposed to any of this. I really don't want our son hearing such lowbrow talk from other people. It just wouldn't be good for him.
Well...
That's interesting. Not used to seeing him hang out by the window all that much. Indeed he does. Though cats can be such fickle creatures by nature, as I'm sure you all know. Nevertheless, seeing him in such high spirits always puts me in a good mood as well. I'm happy when he's happy.
Good grief.
Did you know?
Good to see you doing great, Julian. Sounds like things are going well over at Aramis too. Yep, I see you haven't changed a bit either. I know you're always busy, but I hope you have time to coach me again sometime soon. It will be real great. Sure, I can do that. Can't really say no when it's you. Maybe I'll see if I can get Elaine, Lahat, Alvis and Regina to join us. Make it a whole get-together. That sounds less like a get-together, more like a recipe for an incident if you ask me. Not to change the subject, but you two know each other? I didn't realize that. Yep, he goes to Force Military Academy. He's a member of Class 7 there, to be exact, just like I was. She went before I attended, but she and the other members have still done so much for me. I wouldn't be the man I am today without all the guidance of my awesome instructor and the other graduates. Wow, that's amazing. When you say instructor, you don't happen to mean... Oh, I'm sure he does mean the big hero of a war. The kid just gets more and more intriguing the longer we talk to him. I know I'm not one to talk, but it's safe to say everybody who comes out of Class 7 is unique, to say the least.
One bullet can change.
Anyway, I'm sure we run into each other a lot while you're here. If anything comes up, feel free to hit me up. I'll be happy to listen. Alright, I will. Thanks, V. Good to see you. I've got a soft spot for Julian since we come from the same school and all, so I suppose I can give him a little coaching. Maybe I'll see if I can get Elaine, Lahat, Alvis and Regina to join me. Make it a whole get-together. I really owe a lot to the older members of Class 7, especially Fee. She gave me a ton of useful advice when I first came to Republic to study abroad. Instructor Reen pushed me to come too. I wouldn't be here without him. All the more reason for me to succeed, so I don't let people like him down. The paparazzi are saying Judith Lancer and Maxime Lugan are a thing, huh? Give me a break. And you've been in the entertainment business as long as I have. You develop a pretty good instinct for what's legend and what's total crap. But it doesn't always take someone like me. Anyone who's been following both of their careers will tell you them getting together is a stretch. The thing about entertainment is, you're selling your name and reputation. Unfortunately, some people make their money by misusing it.
Indeed.
Entertainment is a dirty industry. You're selling people's names and looks, and you get down to it. Pretty rich coming from a fashion scout, I know. The problem is, once there's a value to your name and face, people can take them and come up with whatever crap they like to make a mirror. To put it another way, gossip rags like Buzzraiser are dependent on their subject's notoriety. It's the only way they make a living.
So...
Ooh, I finally finished reading my copy of Perfect Crimes by Perfect Perpetrators. I feel so strange. Why do I have a sense of loss now that it's all over? I wonder if they're going to put out a new edition sometime. I need to contact the publisher and find out. All the normies are getting up in arms about some scandal going on, but me? All I care about are crimes. The bigger the better. I wonder if they're going to put out a new edition of Perfect Crimes by Perfect Perpetrators sometime. I should contact the publisher about it. I wonder if my sister cares about what's been happening with Judith Lancer. I'm worried one of the editors is going to ask me to write up a story about that, and I really don't want that to happen. At some point, everybody at the company is taken to calling me Super Gopher, and I want them to stop already. That stuff in Basel the other day sure caused me some problems. All of my contacts in Parliament have refused to speak with me directly. The CID has likely been pressuring them to keep quiet on recent matters. Well, it probably isn't just them. There's a lot of red flags about all that, between Professor Cronkite being reassigned and Vern's board of directors getting shaken up. Well, if my sources won't speak up, then there isn't much I can do except wait and see how things unfold. When you go about this job the way I do, making compromises with the people you're dealing with is the price you have to pay. Maria's got the day off today. She said she was going out to lunch with somebody. Wait a minute. Could it be who I think it is? Ooh, I'm crossing all my fingers and toes for her. Go get him, girl. Good old Dingo.
Hey, how about some nice cold ice?
Love is a lot like sweets when you think about it. It comes in all kinds of different shapes and flavors. Take Judith and Maxime, or Maxiv as people call them. On the outside, they might look like a real sweet, lovey-dovey sort of couple. But you can't just make a good sweet by piling sugar on top of more sugar. My gut tells me that's exactly what was to have going on. It might give you a sugar rush at first, but sooner or later you get tired of it and it's all coming crashing down with a nasty stomachache.
Hello. Thanks for shopping.
How about some popcorn?
Welcome to... Dang it, I choked out some popcorn, my throat still hurts. Sorry about that. But, who wouldn't choke after hearing about such a big scandal?
Hey there. What are you?
Hey, Agnes? What is it? Never mind, it's nothing. I'm glad to see your work's, going well. Stay safe out there, alright? Am I seeing things, or is this kid starting to change his tune? Yes, he and I have a bit of a talk after our trip to Basel. You should fully understand now that I'm proud to be working with you, but nobody's forcing me to do so. Oh, I didn't know you told him that, but still. There's always a chance something could still happen to Agnes. I need to be ready to protect her at a moment's notice. I don't know if that talk was all that effective, Agnes. Sure it was, he just needs a little more time to accept it, that's all. And I agreed to take along with Odette on a cafe hopping trip. I didn't expect to end up at a place like this. It's pretty calm and relaxing, I admit. Definitely a good place to do some thinking. Hey, listen, Agnes, just try to stay out of danger, alright? If you run into any problems, you can always come to talk to us. You know that, right? I finally found the roaming cafe that everyone's been talking about. I love me a good cafe, so when I heard about it, I knew I had to come see it. Turns out it's just as nice as everyone says, so the drinks are to die for. Sounds like it's worth a trip. I'm happy for you, Odette. I can tell you're busy with work right now, but don't forget to take a break yourself when you can. It's a cute little place. Also, Shino's drinks are killer. I love it here. Albert doesn't seem to be having as much fun though. I think I'll give him some space. Our student council workers kept us real busy, so I was hoping he could take this chance to rest and relax. It turns out these two are Agnes's classmates. They mentioned that they enjoy visiting cafes, so there I am doing something a little different and serving up cappuccinos for a change of pace. I can only imagine how busy student council work must get. Hopefully they're able to relax and unwind a little while they're here. Oh, I'm sure they will. Nothing beats your place when it comes to that. Take good care of them for me, alright, Shino? Absolutely, I promise we'll get my absolute best service and then some.
Hello? Thank you.
The youngins won't stop yammering on about that scandal Edith Lancer found herself in. An actor's job is to act out stories, not be a paradigm of morality. But young people these days want them to be as pure as the Drivens now. I can't understand it. As if it weren't bad enough, I hear there are entertainers called idols that sell themselves on that exact hogwash. How embarrassing. I mean, I agree. I had a handful of chances to talk to Edith Lancer, including when she came to our theater to promote Golden Blood. Though I may not know her well, it saddens me to see her go through such a tremendous scandal. I suppose these moments come with fame such as hers. It's becoming quite the headache for us too. We now have people inquiring about the matter to us.
Thank you for your visit today.
We talked to you before.
If you have a ticket,
A lot of grown-ups are recommending Mission boots to kids, but they wouldn't be saying that if they saw it for themselves. Did something happen to Edith Lancer? Why is everyone talking about her? Someone said she's making love, but I don't know what that means. Heard she does that in Golden Blood Director's Cut, so maybe that's what it is? So Mishy in boots is scary? Because it wasn't the first time I heard it from a kid here. I can't believe what everybody's saying about Edith Lancer and Maxime Lugan. That sort of gossip's right up your alley, isn't it, Sloth? You bet your ass it is. There were rumors flying out that Maxime was fooling around so much the guy had mistresses all over the place. Nobody saw him begging Edith Lancer though. Makes you wonder what fate has in store for such a power couple, don't it? Don't it? Sheesh, you're practically frothing at the mouth, man. Apparently it's not so credible, so all this excitement will probably die down before long.
Alrighty.
Man, it's been a while since we had a celebrity scandal happen that was this wild. If we combine that with all of the other rumors, I've got a feeling the truth will reveal itself. Sloth's always enjoying talk about scandals and stuff for some weird reason. I remember when some boxer got arrested for doing drugs. He kept going on and on about it being the dark side of the sports world or whatever. He was obsessed. If only I could get him to shut up. Right on, man, right on. Oh, don't mind me. I was simply mulling something over.
Do you know what you want?
I hope to see you.
There's something fishy about that whole scandal. Perhaps I should report it to the elders.
This tastes great.
Great news. We decided to open 2 new Kayunj branches. We bought 2 properties. A building in Messeldam that emptied out after terror threats, and an Anchorville storefront that got damaged last month. You can be sure we'll be making them special places to visit. Yeah. Get that smug look off your face. These venues of yours sound about as virtuous as Aaron. Hey, leave me out of this. So what's the goal? Trying to keep an eye on our matter? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm only trying to spread the joy of authentic Eastern cuisine to more places. Mind you, the plan isn't set in stone. We got the properties for cheap, but depending on their condition, we might reconsider. After all, our organization is nothing if not flexible. We're good at thinking on our feet. We're very much interested in expanding into other regions. Depending on the condition of the properties, though, we may pull out. We just have to see.
This Eastern cuisine is delicious.
Miss Mao complimented me today. She said I'm doing a good job studying everything I need to know for this job. You can't work here unless you know your stuff, so I really hit the books when I was hired. How am I supposed to be a good server unless I know the history behind our dishes, what makes each of them so special? You never know when that knowledge might come in handy on the job. There's a ton of different types of Eastern cuisine in the Republic, including some that originated elsewhere. The stuff we make is similar to what's served in Langport, but it came from the Far East originally. People there brought it here by sea routes. And there's other cultural stuff that came in by land, including the idea of wabi-sabi, or beauty in imperfection. It's also fascinating to me. It makes me want to sit down and try all kinds of Eastern foods.
This feels great.
Okay. I just found out that Judith Lanston and Maxime Lugan are madly in love right now. How scandalous. I'm not into movies or Z1 racing, but even I've heard of those two. I think I'll pick up a copy of Bus Racer. It isn't on my to-buy list, but I'm just dying of curiosity. Can we just borrow it from someone? Because I don't want to support such a gossip rag. I don't like those kind of things. Good, but that was exploring everything. And next time we pick up a newspaper and see where it leads us. With a main story, because it was said this advances with time. Okay, until next time, I'm Mace and don't get lost.